Hey students, I wanted to give a quick explanation about discussion posts and the guidelines for them, just so that there's clarity and less confusion. So let's switch to Canvas. So always make sure you read the discussion post guidelines and examples before you do your first posts. This kind of goes over basically the rules and expectations, things like being respectful, um, how to do the post itself, also netiquette, right? And then there's examples of something that would be inadequate versus something that is, an adequate post. Basically, what you want to aim for is every time you discuss a quote or a piece of evidence from the text, you want to follow it with at least 3 sentences of analysis. Keep in mind, too, that your discussion posts aren't meant to just be busy work. You can use them in your essays. So you can literally copy and paste the things that you've done in your discussion posts into your essays. So really, it's supposed to be building a structure that's going to go towards your essay later on. So the more work you put into your discussion post, the easier your essay drafts are going to be. So just keep that in mind. Also, another thing to kind of think about is for your discussion post, there's always going to be 2 dates. I know this can be confusing. I explain it here, I explain it in the guidelines, and it's also in your class syllabus. So there really should be no reason why you don't understand this policy. Every semester I get students asking questions, and again, there's like 3 different places where the rules are. So you need to know this. So the first date is always the date when you need to do your original post. That's when you respond to the prompt. And then the second date is always when you need to respond to the peers by. So in the class, it'll say the due date is the very last one. That doesn't mean that you can be late in turning in your original response, because you need students to be able to have time between when you post to when they can respond to you, right? You also need to do both of these things to get credit for these assignments. So just so you know. But yeah, so the second date is just as important, and you need to make sure that you respond to your peers by that second date. And usually for all discussion posts, you need to respond to at least 2 peers to get credit. Okay. All right, so if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I hope this provided some clarity.